Welcome to the Bondi Scrapper channel. We're down in the dim dark basement car park and a bit of a scrap run today, but before we actually take the scrap out we've got to take the scrap out, and as we can see here I found a bit of a dumpster yesterday and kind of threw a lot of things in the back of the car very quickly. There's some interesting things. Let's just have a quick look before I start taking all that, doing a bit of a sort and then restacking so I can get to the scrapyard. So as I said, there's a few bits and pieces here. A lot of it is just steel, which is why I want to get it out of my hair. Not only was it a dumpster, but there was a couple of tradies there, and I just happened to be stopping to have a look at the dumpster, and one came out with a bundle of stuff, and I said, "Mate, do you mind if I take the scrap?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, here, take this out of my hands right now." So we've got, this is an interesting one. I think this is part of a lift or an elevator, and that is all stainless steel, and it's got iron attached to it, so this will go through as irony stainless, and as you can see it's a bit bulky, and that's why I want to get it out of my hair. So we got that. We got a whole lot of just normal steel bits. They've got a bit of weight to them, so I'm actually going to try and take stuff along as clean steel rather than shred, and see if I can get a few more cents for it. We can see here we got some. This is some wiring that I cut out of the control panel, and I wasn't about to jump in the dumpster because it was kind of during business hours, and most people don't care, but there's some people that get really upset when you start jumping into a dumpster, and I can kind of understand that, because someone could come along with, I don't know, a bloody machinery and something and just dump stuff in without looking. Not that it was that big a dumpster, but you got to be careful. What else have we got? We got bits and pieces in here, bits of steel, more bits of steel, more bits of low-grade insulated copper wire. There's all types of things. Oh, this was hanging off the side of a really big piece of equipment, and I just picked that up. It's just for interest sakes. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It looks like it's got a aluminium heatsink there, and it's from Otis, so it's some type of control box out of an elevator. So that's going to be worthwhile just having a look at later on. Not in this video, but at a later date. The guy gave me a couple of light fittings, fluorescent light fittings. So there should be a transformer in there, maybe. And apart from that, yeah, that's about the size of it. So I'm going to get the gloves on and get this all emptied out, and then put together a run for the scrapyard. And it's going to be steel. It's going to be that stainless, irony stainless steel. Some type of wires, and I don't know, maybe some bare bright or some brass. I'll see what takes my fancy as the next hour progresses, because that's about how long it's going to take just to remove and repack and make a decision. So catch you later. So I've decided to take some bare bright. The tub that I put my bare bright in is, I don't know, 3/4 full, and let's face it, we need to find out what the price is, because I haven't taken bare bright for ages. Let's hoping it's somewhere near $11 a kilo. And there's our first 5 kilos, and let's do another 5 kilos. Here's another 10 kilos, and wow, have a look at that guy. He's a ripper. As thick as your finger. But yep, just a bit over 5 kilos, so that's 10 kilos. I'm going to go for 15. And there's our last 5 kilos. Right there, just a bit over. Make sure, just in case my scales are wrong. And we've got that little bit left, so yeah, okay. I don't think I'll go the extra kilo. I don't think. We'll see. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. That's the end of the box, and just over a kilo there. And I don't mind giving away, 35 plus the other two, 50, 65 grams. That's okay. I can live with that. Pretty good, 16 kilos. That's about the amount of weight that I've lost since 2016. So happy with that, and let's give it a big tick to celebrate that little milestone. Let's have a look at the rest of the stuff we're taking. So I just went upstairs and forgot that I'd been stripping wire. Well, didn't kind of forget. I hadn't been there for days. Anyway, there's another 1.6 kilos, so I'll take a kilo out of that, and that'll be 17 kilos we're taking. And that's going to be a very nice payday. I reckon it's going to be $180 odd worth of, well, at least 170 of just in bare bright. Okie dokes. Well, we've got the stainless irony down the bottom there. Wish I could think of a joke for that. More steel there. Box of steel here. They're all offcuts from the building project that's going on upstairs. And then we come to the good stuff. That one, attachment wire. And I know it's attachment wire because I've written it on the side of the box. Lots and lots of stuff there from a dumpster I found where they were doing a solar installation project on an apartment block. And they just threw out boxes and boxes and boxes of this white stuff, the blue stuff, the red stuff, and there's not a lot in it, so you can't put it through as mid-grade. Where's an end? Here we are. Look at that. So there we go. That goes in as attachment wire, even though there's nothing attached to it. I don't know why they call. Well, I guess they call it attachment wire because they're going to allow you to have something attached to it. I'm not attached to it, and that's why I'm sending it off to the scrap metal yard. Oh, and look, I just got all greasy crap on my hands. Oh well. Good thing we're going to wash them in a minute because I'm about to make some lunch and then go to the scrapyard. This one, the laundry tub, the clothes hamper. It's chock-a-block. Just guessing on weights, I'm thinking there is 10 kilos in that little box there. 10 kilos at $2.50, so $25 worth, we hope. The laundry tub, it's chock-a-block, and I've actually stood on it to compress it down, and I got a bit of a shock when I picked it up. I think there's about 25 kilos there in the laundry tub. And here's some more, what they call low-grade insulated copper wire, and I reckon there's about 5 kilos there, I suppose. Not a great deal. So hoping, between the two of them there might be about 25 kilos, maybe 30, but let's call it 25, and at $4 a kilo, that's $100. So what are we guessing today? So we're guessing $100 for those two, 25 for that guy there, so, oh, there you go, let's focus. So it's 125. The stainless, Irony stainless is getting, what did we get for that the other week? Was it 50 cents a kilo? And there's a couple of good lumps there, so I guess there's about $5 worth there, I suppose. So that's 130. We've got our steel, and this is all really clean steel. There's no plastic or anything, so I'm hoping it'll give me a little bit extra for it. But there's only about 10 kilos there, so there's, no, there's more than 10 kilos. Don't be silly, Brad. Let's say there's 30 kilos there. Yeah, 30 kilos is somewhere near the money, and let's assume that we're going to get 30 cents a kilo, so $33, maybe $9 out of it, 10, something like that. But as you know, I don't know how to estimate the weight of steel, so I'm always wrong on that one. And so that's what, 130, 160, and finally up there in the red tub is the Bear Bright, 17 kilos of it. I'm hoping for $11 a kilo, but just for the sake of making life easy, let's call it 10. So that's $170, so we're probably in for another $300 plus load this time around, and that's fantastic. I'm going to get all this loaded up. I've got to go up and make some lunch because my partner is coming over for lunch, and she said, feed me. So yeah, she's coming over for lunch, and then she's flicking off back to her place again, and I'm going to the scrapyard. See you soon with the big wrap-up of prices. Well, we're back from the scrapyard, and boy, that was a bumper trip. Not a lot in terms of kilograms. It was only 167 went back, but as you can see, plenty in terms of dollars. Bear Bright copper, Milberry copper as they like to call it. Fabulous $11.90 a kilogram. And there you go, they gave me 18 kilos on that. So my scales must be wrong, they must be weighing under. $214.20. Woo-wee! attachment wire, copper insulated attachment wire, $2.35 a kilo, which I think that's down a fraction from when I was there the other week, but maybe not. I haven't got anything to compare it to at the moment. All my paperwork's somewhere else. We had 16 kilograms of it, $37.60 Australian. Low grade insulated copper wire, $3.95 a kilo. I think I said before it was about $4 a kilo. And 42 kilograms, $165.90. I can't remember how much I said I thought we had. I thought we had about 25 kilos or maybe 30 or something like that. But 42 kilograms. No wonder the washing basket felt heavy when I was picking it up. Light gauge, number 1, really weird. I took all clean steel there, and I explained I had all clean steel, and they still give you what is equivalent of shred. And weirdness, $220 a tonne, so 22 cents a kilogram. And last time around it was 28 cents a kilo, $280 a tonne, a couple of weeks back. And $280 a tonne was when the markets were saying that iron ore had gone downwards, and only yesterday on the news they were saying that iron ore had gone up in price. In fact, it had a really good bump in price, whereas the price of the scrap metal has gone down, so you can't pick it. 71 kilos worth there, so that was good for stuff that had only mainly been pulled out of the bin and pulled out of the building site that is my house at the moment. So 71 kilos, $15.62, pretty good there, better than petrol money. And those 2 bits from the lift that was being pulled to pieces, or the elevator if you want to call it that, the passenger lift. Irony stainless steel, 2 big chunks of it, 35 cents a kilo. There was 20 kilos there, $7. And again, just picked up out of a dumpster. Didn't have to do anything to it, didn't have to prepare it, anything like that. Just straight out the dumpster and away we go. And the man told me I could take it. I think there's some more stuff there, so I might have a look next week when I get back from a trip that I'm about to do down to Melbourne. All up, as I said, 167 kilos, so not huge compared to some of the trips that I've done, but a lovely $439.75. So you can't sneeze about that. Happy days. And look, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Subscribe, please. I'm getting so much pleasure out of seeing all the new subscriptions, and it really does help the channel. So please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, and bye.